Welcome, bienvenue, willkommen, bienvenido to another What I Eat in a Day video with me, Janelle. Hope you're having a super swell day. I too am having a swell day, thank you for asking. Just having my morning cuppa. I ran out of my favorite mushroom coffee, which makes me sad. But I'm having a chai tea, which is pretty good, so cheers. As some of you, maybe many of you know from my last What I Eat in a Day video, I've been home for like a week and a half, 2 weeks-ish from our Mexico vacation. It was awesome. We ate a lot, drank a lot, had so much fun. But you know, we're back to reality, back to eating healthier, back to eating more whole food, plant-based, gluten-free, higher protein, drinking all the water, drinking all the good things for us, and just trying to get back into more healthful habits after a full-on week of indulgence. So we're still getting into the healthy food things. So speaking of healthy food things, it is breakfast and I'm gonna make a smoothie bowl for breakfast. That is something I have not enjoyed probably since last summer when it was hot. And it actually, speaking of hot, is gonna reach like a balmy 16 degrees Celsius here today, guys. I know, celebrate. It's a beautiful sunny day, so it's smoothie bowl weather. We're gonna do a berry-licious smoothie bowl for breakfast. So I've got my little food processor here and let's just make this together, shall we? As many of you know, I have definitely been taking my health and fitness quite a lot more seriously this year in 2025. You know, I've been focusing on eating a more healthy, higher protein, more whole food, plant-based diet. You know, trying to work on building muscle while also losing fat. I actually recently posted a 90-day update on my fitness progress in this video right up here. Check it out. It was a good time. And now while my fitness journey has been somewhat weight loss focused, I've been trying to dial in more on, you know, that fat loss and muscle building over just losing weight and being skinny. You know, it's a journey. And I'm still learning a lot about my body and what I like to do for exercise and how I like to work out and the foods that seem to work well within my healthy plant-based diet, you know? As I'm getting older, your girl's turning 33 next week, actually. Oh my God. Yay. I mean, yay! Birthdays. I have learned from experience that things like fat loss and boosting your metabolism and maintaining like good energy levels does not get any easier the older you get. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. This girl right here has lost 4.2 pounds of fat in the last 3 months, which was no small feat, and I'm very proud of myself. But let me tell you, it was freaking hard. Way harder than I thought. And honestly, I thought I was gonna lose more weight. I really did. Ta-da! Delicious. Anyways, so it's all been very serendipitous that at this time in my life and during this part of my, you know, body transformation that a women's health brand called Rhea Sylvia Essentials reached out to me not long ago and asked me if I might be interested in trying out one of their hormone supporting and metabolism boosting supplements called inositol. And I was like, interesting, I am intrigued, tell me more. Turns out inositol is something that the human body already produces, some more than others, depending on you as an individual. But inositol is like, if I'm gonna get nerdy here, a sugar alcohol that helps your body in many different bodily functions, like supporting a healthy metabolism, balancing hormones, regulating your insulin sensitivity, promoting fat loss, a whole bunch of things that, as someone who is turning 33 next week, can definitely use a little bit of help in right now. So I was like, why not? Let's give her a try. This is yum, by the way. And so these capsules here, they contain 2 forms of inositol that can help improve your glucose use, balance your androgens, which are sex hormones, reduce inflammation, optimizes your insulin, can regulate your menstrual cycles, fight inflammation, all sorts of things that can help aid in weight loss. Now, As somebody who has struggled with hormonal imbalance pretty much all of my adult life, you know, like irregular cycles forever, acne still as an adult, terrible PMS, weight gain that started in my mid-20s, I was like, yeah, I am super interested in giving this a try and seeing how it works for me. It's been a couple weeks now that I've been taking it, and one thing that I think is really cool on their website, it literally tells you like how you might start to feel within the first few weeks of taking it. And right now, for sure, like in the last 2 weeks or so, I have started to notice that I think my energy levels are improving a little bit, which is kind of nice, but also I am now back from holiday and I'm starting to eat healthy again, so it could be a combination of that. So, you know, I am definitely curious to see how this continues to benefit me. I think my skin is starting to clear up a bit. I had a bit of a breakout while on holiday. That also, I think, has been from, you know, eating lots of sugary alcoholic drinks, which my body's not used to, but I'm really excited to see what this does for me. So if you struggle at all with hormonal imbalance, or even if you know that you suffer from PCOS, supplements like inositol could be helpful for you in supporting your hormones and your metabolism and your insulin sensitivity. So this could be something that might work really well for you. And if you're interested in trying out Rhea Essentials, you can check out my promo code STEAMY15, which can save you up to 20% off. The link to check them out is in the description box below. Thanks to Rhea Sylvia Essentials for not only sending me some of this supplement to try out, but also for sponsoring today's video. I am super keen. I will probably be updating you guys over the next couple weeks, letting you know how this is working for me. I am going to enjoy this very beautiful purplish blueberry berry bonanza smoothie bowl and get cracking on with the rest of my day. Bye. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Time to make some lunch. Time to make some lunch. Ow! Yes, lunchtime. Your girl is hungry, which is kind of nice because honestly, I haven't really felt hunger in several days, which is nice. It's nice to have an appetite again, but I still have the laziness factor, but I also want to eat healthy. So here we must strike a balance between laziness, health, and deliciousness. Anywho's, not long ago on the channel, I made this fun recipe from Natalie Portman. You can check it out in this video up here, or I'll link it below. It was her chickpea tomato stew, and it was very good. I'm going to be making a version of that again today because it's super easy, like 5 core ingredients, but I'm gonna add some extra things. It calls for like chickpeas. We're gonna add some tofu. That's not her original recipe, but I'm gonna chop it up into some small cubes, or maybe I'll just crumble it. And we're gonna add like a boatload. This here is a boatload of garlic. Chop that up. Chop up an onion. Not this onion, a different onion. Some mushrooms. And you know what? I feel like adding in some pepperoncini peppers. Yeah, it's gonna be good times. And it's gonna be in a nice tomato stewy sauce type situation. Eat it with some quinoa. This should not take me long. I'm gonna say 20 minutes tops. Let's see how long it actually takes. Let the cooking commence. We are at the stove. We've got a nice big pan heating up. We're just gonna throw some olive oil in there. Yes, this is what throwing olive oil looks like. Onion and mushroom. Let's throw in those pepperoncinis. Give it all a good mixy, and we're just gonna let this saute on like medium high, just for like 3 minutes, just until things have started to kind of release some of their juices and get softer. Let's add some kosher salt while we're at it. Sizzle. All right, everything's about to happen all at once now. So we're gonna crumble in a block of tofu just for some extra protein. Then we're gonna add in the chickpeas that have been drained and rinsed. Our boatload of garlic, a little bit of oregano, and a whole 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Ooh, the smell of those peppers, man, they are like stealing the show right now. So good. Gorgeous, darling. So we are just going to cover this girl, this beauty girl right here, and we're just going to let her cook away on like a rapid simmer for like 20 minutes and check back. Okay, you know, it doesn't look like, I don't know, much, but you know, looks stewish and stewy and yummy. Smells really good. Leftover quinoa. And because I'm feeling extra lazy, I'm not even gonna heat up my quinoa because the stew is just gonna heat it up already. Fresh parsley, yes please. Smells good, very garlicky and pepperoncini-ish. That's good. It's good. I would say it's a step up from the original Natalie Portman chickpea tomato stew. It's a little more hearty, a little less saucy, but more flavorful. Oh, pepperoncini seeds in the back of the throat. Oh, gives a little kick. It's good. Yoink. We are back for dinner. Don't know how it happened. I never know how it happens. It's just like the day goes on, you have a meal, and then you have another meal, and then you have another meal, and that meal is dinner. So I have actually been craving burgers ever since I got back from Mexico. I know that sounds weird, but the beach restaurant had the best vegan burgers I think I've ever had. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just because I was in Mexico and everything was just like groovy and chill and fun and awesome, and like just the vibe made the burger taste better, but oh my God, best vegan hamburger. Mwah. But sadly, I don't have any Beyond Beef burger patties, and that made me a bit sad until I figured that I could make a burger in a bowl type situation, like a deconstructed hamburger in a bowl. Totally plant-based and gluten-free and very delicious and actually pretty high protein. We're gonna use my favorite TVP to make some like ground beef vegan style. So I'm just gonna rehydrate that first. Okay, hot water. Let this sit aside for 10 minutes to soak up. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you how to make a vegan Thousand Island dressing. What's, Janelle? Vegan Thousand Island, but also why Thousand Island on a burger? Well, you know, I don't know why, but I feel like Thousand Island dressing is very complimentary to a burger. It kind of is almost like Mac sauce-esque, you know, like when you go to McDonald's, you can get Big Mac sauce, which is like mayo-based and it's delicious. We're gonna make it plant-based with a few simple ingredients. We're gonna make it with a base of vegan sour cream and some Hellmann's vegan mayo. Okay, so grab yourself a little bowl and we're gonna mix up some stuff. So I have a full recipe for this in a previous video on the channel from a couple of years ago, I think. It's like 1,001 salad dressings. Okay, not 1,000, but like a lot of vegan salad dressings that are my favorite. So go check that out if you wanna see more. For this one, we're gonna be adding some sour cream. I have whatever's left in here, and then we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of vegan mayo into the bowl. Next, we're gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of some sweet green relish. Oh my God. I added way too much. Oh my God. Some catsup, a couple teaspoons of vinegar, a little pinch of salt, and a little bit of chopped onion, like 3 tablespoons is all you need, max. 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 small clove of garlic, just minced up. And if you want a little bit of kick, a little kiss of spice, you can add a teaspoon of your favorite hot sauce. Then just give it all a good mixy until it's a nice drippy little dressing, which you can now use for even more than just this burger bowl, but you can put it in sandwiches or on salads or as a dip. It is so good. Let's taste it, shall we? Oh my God, that is Thousand Island. A touch on the relishy side, because I added a lot of relish by accident. Beautiful. So we're done with the dressing. Let's move on to make our TVP ground beef. My knee just cracked really loud. Righto, welcome to stove and pan. We're heating up some oil, just I don't know, a tablespoon of olive oil. And then we're just gonna take our drained TVP. I just kind of pressed out all the water. Add it to the pan. We're gonna add some fun seasonings. Okay, we're not measuring anything here today, my dudes, so just roll with it. We're gonna add some black vinegar. I often add black vinegar to my ground beef when I'm making like dan noodles. I'm gonna add a little touch of liquid smoke. A little goes a long way. Some dark soy sauce just for color. Some vegan Worcestershire sauce. If you don't have this kind of stuff, you can always use balsamic vinegar, and that is a great hack. A little bit of nutritional yeast, garlic powder, and onion powder. Whoa. And just stir to combine. All right. So we'll just let that do its thing, get a little bit more dried out a little bit. We don't want it to be so mushy. And once it's golden and crisped up a little bit, then it's good to go. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm so hungry right now. Okay, while the beef is sizzling away, we're just gonna prepare pretty much any and all of your favorite burger toppings, but you know, for the bowl. So I've got some leftover shredded lettuce, and I'm gonna cut up a nice juicy Roma tomato to little slices. I'll throw in some cucumber as well, because you know, nutrition, health, vegetables. A little bit more onion is always nice. I always like having onion in my burgers. And I wish I had like sweet pickles, like the sliced coins that you'd get in like a McDonald's burger, but I don't, so I'm gonna settle for some gherkins. I'm just gonna chop up and put in my bowl. Okay, the ground beef TVP situation is practically done. So I'm gonna add a little bit of my last tiny bit of vegan cheese I have on top so it melts. Kind of like a cheeseburger. I know it's just kind of, it's a bit janky the way I'm doing it, but whatevs. And I'm gonna do this very carefully. My little makeshift burger. Yummy! Now we shan't forget about this gorgeous dressing we made not long ago. Just gonna add a little around the outside. Y'all, this is mine. Oh my gosh. Come at me, bro. Burger in a bowl. It's so good. I can't even keep it in my mouth. Make this. Make some version of this. It's so easy. You don't even need a recipe. If you have a Beyond Beef burger or an Impossible patty, you can just use that. Y'all, this tastes like summer and I'm here for it. I'm gonna go eat this. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks again to Ria Essentials for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check them out in my description box below. I love you guys. Make sure you're subscribed for vegan, gluten-free, high-protein recipes. I love ya, and I'll see ya in another video real soon. Bye!